One of the biggest matchups in college football this week for many reasons. Some call it a rivalry, others don't, but regardless how you look at it, the matchup is a big deal. Oklahoma and Ohio State have only played each other 3 times in their history, but when you look at the numbers, it's clear both programs have a lot to prove.
Joe Mixon will start inside his own 5-yard line. Mixon hopping through the... Oh! Watch out! He's a blazer! Can he get there? Yes, he can! Joe Mixon, 97 yards!
2016, 1983.
3 now, 6 carries, 31 yards. He's tough to handle all day. That's Spencer Tillman. He's gone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And of course, 1977.
The Oklahoma team and some of their fans have come onto the field in exultation as Montgomery hit it on the money.
In 77, before they headed to Columbus, Barry Switzer had conversations about the importance of this matchup.
This, despite the fact that it's so early in the season, is a game that has real national championship ramifications. Do you think it's too early to talk about that?
Which sounds something like the tune of senior quarterback Baker Mayfield this week.
If you want to sneak peek at who's going to be playing for a national title, I'd say you want to tune into this one.
A national championship is at stake, but it's only the second week of the season. So other than the fact that it's a top 5 matchup, why is this game such a big deal? Well, if you look at the numbers, Oklahoma has 5 Heisman trophies, Ohio State has 7, Ohio State has 5 national titles, Oklahoma has 7. Ohio State ranks 4th in all-time winning percentage, Oklahoma ranks 5th, Oklahoma is number 1 overall in time spent at number 1 on the AP Top 25 poll, Ohio State is number 3. And of course, numbers and program history don't actually matter in the game on Saturday.
You have to take it one week at a time. It doesn't matter what last week was, what next week is. You got to take care of business right now.
Because right now, game time, so Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Central, is all that matters. But if the last top 5 matchup between these two schools is any indication, even if it was 40 years ago, then we might have a game on our hands. Now going from a matchup that rarely happens to a matchup that's got some serious history. This weekend we get to see a true rivalry between Iowa State and Iowa. The Cy-Hawk Trophy is on the line, and don't pay attention to what happened last season because like Baker said, it's all about what happens right now.
Barton to the end zone, touchdown!
The motto all season has been raise the standard, and that's what the Cyclones have been doing.
I think we're a completely different team from last year. Last year, with the new staff and everything, people didn't really know what to expect. We kind of understand where we stand as a team, and we're just slowly going up the mountain. So eventually, Iowa State's going to be on top of the map. So.
This week, the standard is #BeatTOE, or that team out east, Iowa. A rivalry that dates back to 1894. The teams have met a total of 64 times, and this time, the matchup goes back to Ames, where Matt Campbell agrees is one of the toughest places for opponents to play.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's our fan base and the energy and their loyalty to stick with this football program through its tough times and really show up each and every game day and really bring the lifeblood of our football team and our football program to us week in and week out when we play in Ames.
So what difference should we expect in this matchup from last season?
Well, I think we made our biggest stride, in the past 3-4 years I've been here. This is the biggest jump I think I've seen as a lot of individuals and as a team as a whole, just kind of coming together and pushing each other to make that step that we need to take.
Another Big 12 football team looking for revenge this year, TCU. They play Arkansas in Fayetteville at 2:30 p.m. Here's a look at all the Big 12 football matchups this weekend, minus Oklahoma State, who already won on Friday. Tune in to whatever fits your fancy, and we'll see you right here next week on Big 12 Big Football. For the Big 12 Digital Network, I'm Christine Williamson.